Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Can Pepe rebound from what we've seen? I just did a video earlier talking about what's going on with Pepe and why there's some analysts out there that are predicting that Pepe Coin will see a sharper crash than what we've seen before. We've given back that zero, now 5 zeros on the chart. I want to share with you guys what's going on right now within all things Pepe, and we are going to look into it because the markets are kind of in this wait and see, kind of feel it out mode, and I want to share with you guys, can Pepe rebound? So if you give me a couple minutes of your time, hopefully we can answer that question in this video. As always, guys, nobody has a crystal ball. This is not financial advice. And if you're watching this video, I hope it's because you do hold Pepe or you once did and you're just kind of a fan of that crypto. Meme coins have been explosive in 2025. And as of recent, though, there has been some of the wrongdoings, I guess you would say, in crypto. A lot of the things that kind of shy a lot of investors away. And the overall trend that I've been kind of noticing on, if you guys are picking it up as well, is essentially what we're getting is this narrative where, you know, everybody wants to get rich quick. It's a rich man's game of hot potato. And, you know, you always have Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, and Pepe at the top. But as we trickle this down into what we've had, adoption really has not grown despite all the ETF efforts, the RWA efforts, and what we're getting into with AI and the expansion and the deregulation, I guess you would call it, with some clarification from the crypto regulators out there with the Trump regime, worldwide, crypto seemingly getting a softer stance. Adoption numbers haven't really grown like they did back in 2021, albeit, and then we have a ton of new cryptos out there. We have over 10 cryptos in the top 100 that are considered meme coins. So there's a little bit more competition. That pie is being spread out in, you know, the capital, if you will, a little bit more in terms of just less to go around. So I want to get into the talk about Pepe. If you guys are watching this video, though, and you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you guys all that are returning subscribers. I do get to see the numbers. I see that over 50% are not subscribed. All you have to do is hit that button, and I will try to do my best to keep you up to date with what's going on in the crypto world each and every day, okay? So let's get into it. Can Pepe rebound? Well, first and foremost, let's look at the market. We'll dive into coin market cap. Pepe still third in terms of total market cap amongst the meme coins in the marketplace. We have looked at the sector right now, and you can tell right now as we look at the overall, what's actually going on? Well, we have had a lot of rebounds across the board. HBAR is having a good day, and some of the other cryptos out there, we had some positive comments from Hex, Pulse X also jumping into the top 100, and the likes of Bitcoin still trading at 85, so we are essentially up 1.5% on the day, and it's been a modest gainer outside of the few that I did name, so HBAR definitely is the winner in the top 25, and then we talk Pepe, still in the 30 range as we look at Pepe, 32nd in market cap, down 5.5% on the day. But let's not forget the great year that we've had, albeit we've lost at zero and we've lost the territory since all-time highs. But Pepe still has had a positive year over the last 365 days. So amongst all of this pain that we've had in the markets, it's very easy to forget that. And that's kind of what I wanted to share with you guys on that front, okay? But despite the recent decline, this is where we've seen Pepe kind of, you know, showing some signs of volatility. We've seen a little bit more so within the US dollar rising. Also, we look into some of the metrics on chain within the TA. We're going to get into some of the data within Pepe in terms of past performance as well, and what we have to look forward to. And by looking at this graphic right now, you can see these green lines, and essentially since we've fallen from all-time highs back in January of 2025, you can see we basically gave back that run from November to the midpoint of December, where Pepe did hit all-time highs, all right? And that's kind of what has happened, okay? It's been really volatile. We've had a surge from a lot of factors. Most notably, there's been a lot of market sentiment, a lot of speculative nature for meme coins. The positive news, we've had technical breakouts, a lot of buying interest, and then we did have some numbers that we have seen in acting like a psychological barrier along the way, where it has gotten into the way of Pepe and what we look to do moving forward. But this is kind of the big question that traders want to know, and that is why Pepe's price collapsed so abruptly. Well, we did hit all-time highs, and then if you look into the Heiken Ashy candlesticks, which I'm not a TA trader, going to be honest with you guys. I use my trading indicator and kind of my general overall knowledge, and I do use some indicators, but when we talk about these data points and some of these metrics, I don't like to use TA as the end-all be-all to make my crypto decisions. And that's most notably because it's crypto. Okay, it's not going to perform like stocks. It's volatile. It's subject to a lot of macro moves, and it can change just like this on any given moment, despite what all the TA may be saying if it's bullish or bearish. So a lot of these indicators can be also fudged in a way that do look more that they would align with the narrative that you're trying to get across. So that's kind of why I disregard them in most cases. But if we look at it, this is something where we've seen a lot of profit taking. That possibly could have made a difference. The broader market, crypto being volatile, that's another thing that has added to this downside, okay? And now that you look into kind of the capital shuffling, me personally, guys, I think that what we saw kind of that confluence of the Trump token and then the meme coins. Every celebrity out there in the books wanted to make a meme coin. And that's kind of where we saw that market cap just get obliterated. A lot of that capital got liquidated, and we'll never see the diverse wallets again. It's been kind of sucked up by just the same people time and time again, and that's really kind of shied away a lot of meme coin traders. And that's why I think there's a lot of reluctancy to get back into cryptos such as Pepe. And that's kind of where I'm at. I'll never tell you guys to buy or sell a crypto. This is not financial advice. I'm just giving you guys my thoughts on what's happening right now, okay? But as we get into it, what do these indicators mean moving forward? Well, we've talked about some of the key resistance levels. You could talk about kind of the price action that stems around the 50792 and upwards to that 401500 mark. And that's where we have that zone where we're trading in, that we look at Pepe's price, kind of looking at what is next. We're testing out that floor. And if we get down below that floor, yes, a further drop would shortly ensue, most likely. But if we do bounce, that's kind of where you would see renewed bullish interest, and we could see Pepe make another strong move into the green. The RSI that looks to cross above the 70 threshold into the overbought territory back into the peak. That's kind of where we've seen a lot of momentum kind of lose, because this is where we're seeing the RSI below, okay, below kind of that high point. And now that we're trending around that neutral line, that's where you really look into the narrative where, hey, maybe Pepe's ready. So that's kind of what we have looking into the future. As we look at the volume, this is kind of another metric that we need to talk about, but it doesn't always paint the whole picture, because a lot of trading volume doesn't always mean good things. You could have a lot of trading volume that means people are selling, and liquidations can be occurring. And that's kind of where you look into the units involved with volume trading, that you can't really gauge if it's going to be a rebound or a crash just on those numbers alone. However, if you do couple them with other metrics, I do think that's a very valuable tool in terms of predicting where things are going to head. But the biggest question outside of kind of the metrics is, what strength does Pepe have to recover? We've talked about kind of that price that we're at right above the floor as we look into that support line. And that's a very pivotal kind of point in Pepe in terms of the price. All right. So the best thing I can offer you is to keep an eye on this floor, right? That 5075 level. Keep an eye on that, as well as kind of how we're going to treat the resistance moving forward. And if we do make a big move, that's kind of where you can look to what momentum Pepe is going to have, and if a recovery can shortly happen. That's just simple. If we do get a bullish breakout, we'll probably get above 4015, and then from there, guys, there's going to be a lot of resistance in the way. But that's kind of where, if we got that far, there's really no reason why that could stop. So we're going to keep an eye on that one in terms of the TA. But to conclude, the reason why we came here to talk about is, can Pepe's price rebound, okay? And this is where we've had a rocky road from the later part of 2024 into the early, as we finish up winter here in 2025. It's been a wild ride. There's been a lot of ebbs and flows. It's been swingy. It's been very volatile, and that's going to remain, I think, until we get some certainty from the top, from the crypto heads. I indicated in a previous video that March 7th is going to be very pivotal for crypto traders. There's going to be a crypto summit in Washington, in the White House. I think that's something that traders should all look forward to. And then from there, guys, let's just string together a couple good days, and hopefully we can get Pepe back above this territory where we have 5 zeros. Let's get that 0 off the chart, get back into the 4-0 territory, and then we can talk about that 4015 level, and even if we will bounce even further higher. But for right now, it's just basically a lot of fear, a lot of reluctancy to get into the meme coin space, and it's kind of going back to that old adage, when there's blood in the streets, that's when you should be buying. And that's kind of where we have made the mistakes as traders, where we FOMO in. We buy at the top. You never know when it's the bottom, when it's the top. But I can tell you one thing, as we stand today, there's no difference if you bought today or before we've seen that huge run in 2024 to all-time highs. So I'm going to leave that one up to you guys. Let me know down below in the comments, will you be buying Pepe? Do you think Pepe can rebound from here? I'll never rule anything out. I've made a lot of money in crypto, kind of on the unpredictable. So that's kind of where it's more of a game. It's not a game for everybody, but it's one that's going to be a lot of fun watching this one unfold as we get further into 2025. So appreciate you guys all watching. If you have not done so already, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, join us here on the channel. Totally free to do so, and we see you in the next video. Cheers.